Good morning, everybody. I'm fortunate enough this morning to have Christopher Pearson, this gentleman here, looking at me right now. And Christopher has had the opportunity this morning to ride both of these bikes for about half an hour or 30 kilometres each bike. Here we have a Triumph Tiger GT Pro 2021 model, and over here we have a Honda nc750x 2016 model. I own both bikes, so I'm biased as to the pros and cons of each bike. But what I'm going to get Christopher to do, who's ridden both bikes recently, as in the last hour to hour and a half, to give his thoughts on both bikes. So good morning, Christopher.
Good morning there, Bill and Catcher.
And can you tell us what you think about the Triumph Tiger?
Right, well, okay, this was virtually 12 months since I've ridden this particular bike. As we know, this bike has a lot of extras on it, but the thing that I really enjoyed this morning, and I must admit it was dry when we rode it this morning, is the sheer presence. The seating position on it, the control on it, just sort of gave me that sense that yes, I own the road type of thing. The only little problem was the same one I repeated 12 months ago. That is, I continually have trouble not finding gears, but finding the gear selector. And naturally, we should be using the front brake, but the back brake I just find trails into a corner, but it's not quite as effective as the front brake. But overall, I love the presence of this bike. It went beautifully. I love the TFT colour screen there. I admit I didn't play around with it this morning. I was too busy, but it's sort of bike I just got back on it, and I found that instead of perhaps concentrating on riding the bike, I was just looking around at the scenery. I just felt right at home, all the controls fell to hand, lovely bike, and I thoroughly enjoyed riding it.
All right, Christopher, let's talk about the Honda nc750x 2016. You've ridden it right till we got here.
Right, this is a bike that I'm also familiar with. I've ridden it a couple of times now. Probably wasn't a good comparison this morning because we had wet, slippery roads on the way back. Going out, it was beautiful weather, overcast, but once again, it's a type of bike I would put as an excellent all-rounder. They'll handle some dirt. I know some people don't like taking them on dirt, but having ridden the Triumph Sprint 1050 extensively on the dirt in Europe, Eastern Europe, this bike I do. Now it's well set up once again for touring. I know some of these features aren't standard on it, like the mirrors and phone mount, but we've got this lovely luggage compartment here, which I know holds lots of things. And on the road, it just felt fine going along, even though the road was slippery. The tyres had a little bit use on it, but it was just a lovely bike. You just sit on it there. Admittedly, I didn't look around as much as at the scenery because of the wet weather, but once again, it's a good all-round bike. It was happy in the traffic, commuted along nicely. Out in the road, it's got enough get up and go, but when we came to the wet, slippery things, dropped back a couple of gears, and once again, I felt really fine on it. So, two lovely bikes here. They are different. The Triumph over there gives you more presence on the road, but this is perhaps a better all-rounder. So that probably hasn't helped your listeners as to which is which, but when you're fortunate like Bill and Catch and you've got these two bikes, you can ride this one if you want to tour around the world or go on a trip, and this one for every day, although I know Bill and Catch uses this one extensively. It's just come back from probably a 2,500 kilometre run. So both of them excellent bikes. They'll suit different people. This has got a lower seating height on it than the Triumph. Hasn't got the heated Triumph seat, but nevertheless, it's well set up for touring as well as commuting. So I think you've got two lovely bikes there. Look after them, enjoy them, and more importantly, get out there riding safely.
All right, Christopher, thanks for your unbiased review on both of these bikes. Bye for now.